Hi friends, this is your Python partner here. Nowadays we are discussing Python JSON module, and in this video we are going to particularly see what is json.dumps of method, json.loads of method, and as well as what is JSON decode error and how to handle that. Okay, let's start. So let's understand all the concepts using programming examples. Okay, so in this first program, at first we have imported the JSON module and we got a dictionary named person, and it has some key value pairs like name, sham, age, hobby, favorite language, and as well as is true the value. Okay, so here we are using json.dumps of method. So what this method does is it just convert the Python object to a JSON formatted string. Okay, so here the Python dictionary will be converted to JSON formatted string. So in this json.dumps of method, it got parameters. Yes, the thing that we have to convert here, it is person. And as well as I have set indent is equal to 4. Regarding this parameter indent, I have already explained it well enough in last video. If you have not watched it, I really suggest you to go back and watch that video and come here, and link is in description. Okay, others let's just follow here. So we saved all these things inside that variable name json person. Okay, and now we are just going to print it out and see the output. JSON string from dictionary, and see the output is neatly formatted. See name, sham, age. So the thing is, inside this JSON string, every string values, it needs to be enclosed within double quotes. Okay, and as well as regarding the boolean values, in Python we use capitalized ones. Okay, whereas in JSON data it is converted to lowercase. So remember this syntax rules regarding this JSON data. So it will be very useful for you to work with this data in future. And let's continue. So here we are just going to use json.loads of method on this JSON person variable. Okay, so what does this json.loads of method does is it just converts that JSON string back to Python dictionary. It is saved in the variable name parsed person, and we are just now going to print it out. See the output? Name, sham, age, hobby. So it is a perfect Python dictionary. Okay, and the boolean value, see, it is capitalized, and as well as all the key value pairs which are strings are enclosed within single quotes. Okay, because Python dictionary doesn't have any such strict rules. Okay, we could use single quotes, double quotes within the same dictionary. So now let's see what is JSON decode error. Okay, so it is an exception which is raised by json.loads of method when it encounters any invalid JSON data while it is converting JSON string into Python objects. Okay, so it occurs very typically due to syntax errors, okay, like missing commas or brackets or quotes, something like that, or else invalid JSON structures, like if it has any unsupported data types, then this JSON decode error will be raised. Okay, so let's understand this by using some examples. If you got any doubt regarding how this conversion happens between this JSON formatted string to Python object and vice versa, I have already talked about this while discussing serialization and deserialization in the last video. I have even given a small table-like format. It explains how the Python objects will be converted to corresponding JSON formatted string. Okay. So watch that, your doubts will be cleared, and let's follow. So in this program, at first we are just importing a JSON module, and it got a JSON formatted string which is being referred by the variable named books. Okay, and it got key value pairs book 1 and book 2. So this is how JSON string looks like. Okay, like the complete structure, it will be enclosed within a single quotes, as well as the string values inside the key value pairs will be enclosed within double quotes. And here I intentionally made an error by not giving a closing braces. Okay, let's try to put that in try and except block. Okay, see, by using json.loads of, by passing this books value into it, and this raises an exception, that is JSON decode error, because it could not deserialize that contents of the book to an Python object, right? So that exception will be caught by this except block, and the message will be printed. Error message will be printed here. And see the output? JSON decode error due to missing close braces, and as well as the error message is expecting delimiter line 1 in the column like that. As it is invalid JSON data structure, this error happens. Okay, so using the same example, now I have created an intentional error by enclosing all those key value pairs which are string values inside a single quotes, whereas in JSON it strictly requires double quotes. Okay, Now we are going to use the same method, like we are just going to use json.loads of by passing in books, and the error exception occurs and it is caught by this except block, and yes, we are going to print that error message. And see the output. JSON decode error due to a single quote. So expecting property name enclosed in double quotes. Okay. So in the same example, now I have made an intentional error by using a trailing comma. Okay. So in dictionary, we can use trailing commas, but when it comes to JSON string, it is very particular about this, and it is not allowing us to use a trailing commas. If we are going to use a comma there, then it needs to be followed by another key value pair. Okay. So let's see. Use json.loads on by passing books as a parameter. Now, of course, the exception occurs and it is caught by this except block. And see the output. Our print message, that is JSON decode error due to trailing comma, and the error message it is coming from, like expecting property name enclosed in double quotes. Because JSON parser works like that. The error message, it generally points out that invalid structure of JSON data. Okay, so to be specific here, after that comma, it is expecting some other property like key value pairs, but what it encounters is end of the strings. So there is some problem with JSON data, so it is reporting it very generally. Okay, so these are all the syntax which comes to very handy when we are working with JSON data when working in Python. So that's it for the session today. I hope you all really understand the concepts that we discussed, and do try to write more programs and practice all that by including all these new concepts into it. Have fun with programming, and yes, don't forget to like and share this video, and as well, subscribe and join me here in this journey of learning. Let's make this journey more interesting and fun-filled one. Bye-bye and take care.